Enter the MacBook Neo, Apple's attempt to finally end what should I buy debate. It's got the build quality, Touch ID on the higher models, and crucially a price point that makes those plastic $600 PCs look very nervous. But can an entry-level Mac actually handle a real workload, or are you just paying for the logo? Today we're going to skip the fluff, look at the storage, the speed and the trade-offs. You're watching Tagmond Tech, 10 minutes or less every time. Let's see if this is your next laptop.
So here we go guys, here's the new MacBook Neo. I would say initially everything is very Apple. So you can see which version we've got here. We've got the 512GB storage. But this is also the version that comes with the fingerprint unlocking and payments. So let's open it up. So we've got a little hello message there. Let's give that a pull. So immediately I can feel quite a weighty piece of equipment. A bit heavier than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest, but do you know what? It feels solid. Just let's have a look what else we get in the box first. Just the power cable. So there's no plugs, just the power cable, which is pretty Apple at the moment, but luckily we've got a lot of Apple products in our house, so we shouldn't be short of plugs. Like I was saying, this should be a USB-C to USB-C, so no issues there. And that's it. That's all you get. You get the laptop and basically this. Nope, not even got in the stickers anymore. Let's unwrap this. So obviously this is the blush version, so that'll fit with a large demographic, those who like pink. It's not super pink, it's just a hint of pink really. This is probably why they've called it blush rather than pink, it's just got the hint of. So let's open it up. So with a lot of MacBooks, you can just open it with one hand and it opens and it's firmly planted, doesn't move. It's one of them small things that you really notice with the Apple products. While this is setting up, let's just take a look. As we can see, the bezels are quite large, probably larger than the current Airs. But again, it's unmistakably Apple. It's going to be perfect for students who are doing the basic tasks on it, so watching Netflix, doing homework, doing spreadsheets. The interesting thing is obviously the keyboard. It's got a slight hue of the colour of the laptop, which is a nice feature. A lot has been said in terms of the keys aren't backlit, so if you work in dark environments, that could potentially be a disruptor for you. In terms of connectivity, there's two USB ports. So one's actually USB 3 and one's USB 2, and then we've got the headphone adapter. You can also see here that we have a dual speaker system with adaptive audio. So let's just do a quick test. Obviously this is coming through your speakers and recorded on a microphone. Let's just do a quick speaker check. The quality of the sound from the Neo is beyond expectations really, considering you've just got these two side slots. It's quite bassy, the sound quality is crisp and clear. I'm really quite impressed. So I wanted to do a quick test just to see how strong the Wi-Fi is. For reference, I've got a Wi-Fi of 1.8 gig, so you can see it's performed exceptionally well. And for people who are streaming and downloading, I think this is going to be a very important test. You're not going to be let down by the internal Wi-Fi on this. Okay, so we've done a benchmark test on the GPU, and it's given us a GPU score of 5523, and there's some equivalents down at the bottom. So you can see this isn't a gaming PC. You're not going to be playing AAA titles on this. But again, that's not what it's designed to do. Let's just do a quick comparison versus 3080 to see what score that gives us. Versus the MacBook Neo, which gave us a 5523. We've got 136,316, and this is a GPU that's 5 years old. We're not going to be playing AAA titles on the MacBook Neo. However, it's just a fun little test that we could run, see what results we got.
So Apple have gone with efficiency over ego. Under the hood, we have Apple Silicon, designed specifically for efficiency. The RAM is 8GB of unified memory. On a Windows machine, I would tell you to run away. But because of the way that macOS manages memory, this system stays snappy. If you're a 50 tabs open type of person, you will hit a ceiling. This is the larger capacity version, and the Touch ID is an absolute must. It's a 13-inch liquid retina display. It's bright, sharp and colour accurate. Whether you're watching Netflix or editing a photo for Instagram, it looks professional. To keep the price low, there's no Thunderbolt or MagSafe, and there's only two USB-C ports, one being a USB 3 and one being a USB 2. But for most people, it's enough. I think the real genius with this computer isn't the hardware though, it's the lack of choice. In the mid-price market, there's choice overload, and that's a real problem for Windows machines. Walk into any tech store and you'll see 20 different laptops with names like X15B Ultra, and you have to figure out if an i5 is better than a Ryzen 5 or if 12GB RAM is enough. Apple has taken the complete opposite approach. With the MacBook Neo, you essentially get two things: which colour do you want and what storage size do you want, and that's it. For a parent buying a laptop for their child, or for a student who wants a tool that works, that simplicity is the most valuable feature Apple offers. They've removed the fear of buying the wrong one. And then there's the Apple ecosystem advantage. If you've got an iPhone, the MacBook Neo isn't just a laptop, it's an extension of your phone. You've got AirDrop, which you can move 4K videos from your phone to your laptop in seconds. You've got a universal clipboard, copy a link on your phone and paste it on your Mac. iMessage and FaceTime, your laptop suddenly becomes your communication hub. For people who are already invested in Apple, this makes the Neo a default choice. The friction switching from a laptop Windows to a Chromebook just isn't worth it when the Neo integrates this well. So who's this not actually for? I want to be practical here. This isn't a laptop for hardcore gamers. Don't even try. It won't be worth your hassle. I think it'll be okay for just Apple Arcade games, but even then, I think on some of the higher end ones that it might be struggling. Professional video editors, the 8GB of RAM will choke on heavy 4K timelines. And a night owl, if you work in total darkness, the lack of backlit keyboard is going to drive you crazy. If you fall into these categories, save your money and get a MacBook Air or Pro. The MacBook Neo is a signal that Apple is done letting Chromebooks and mid-range laptops win on price. Just like they did with the Mac Mini and the Apple TV, they're lowering a barrier to entry. And once you're in that ecosystem, there's no going back. The MacBook Neo isn't trying to be a powerhouse. If you're worried about whether this is going to be performance enough for you, well then it's not. It's targeting the messy, confusing mid-range market and cleaning it up. By simplifying the buying decision down to colour and storage, Apple has created something extremely compelling. Chromebooks will still be the king of the ultra budget space, but anyone with a little more to spend, students, casual users and writers, the Neo is the new gold standard. It's portable, it's beautiful and it's reliable. And honestly, this might be the most important laptop Apple has released in years. I'm Tagmond Tech. If this has helped you make a decision, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.